I honestly don't know what's going on, but both Fallout 4 and Skyrim modding have gotten like a boom recently. A ton of new great content, both releases and work in progress stuff has been being posted, and honestly it just all looks so great. So with that, we do have another episode of upcoming mods for Fallout 4. This is a series where I'm going to show you guys some currently work in progress mods for the game that hopefully you'll be able to download in a relatively short while. Definitely a lot of the stuff I'm showing you today seems to be pretty far into its progression. So kicking things off, we have a pretty new interesting outfit from Fading Signal. That's going to be Cait's Combat Zone outfit. As you can see, it's basically going to be a new outfit for Cait. It actually is pretty cool. A lot of the details on this I really like, especially that tally on the back as if the people she has beaten in the combat zone. If you guys don't know, the combat zone's that kind of fighting arena that you do find in Fallout 4, a largely untapped and lightly used location that could have had a lot of cool stuff in it, but you know, whatever. But yeah, all around this one's looking pretty cool. A lot of people do make these kind of one-off standalone outfits for some of the different companions in Fallout 4, and this is definitely going to be one that I think a lot of people are going to enjoy using. Then we do have the Wattz 2000. You might be like, wait, we just got the Wattz. Well, this is actually going to be a different one by Newer Mind 43. What we just got is basically the Wattz 3000, a new reincarnation of the old version of that weapon. The old version of that weapon being the Wattz 2000. This is going to be the original that did appear in some of the previous Fallouts. Basically, what Newer Mind's doing here is recreating this weapon in a much more true to form fashion. This is meant to be that exact same weapon, just recreated in Fallout 4's engine, so it looks a lot better. The Wattz 3000 is having its own improvements and upgrades. It actually has its own lore and backstory behind it, so that's the large difference between the two weapons. This one is looking really good. The one we have right now is probably the best weapon mod ever produced, so it's going to have a lot to live up to. But again, just the textures and detailing we can see right now is looking really promising, so if we get the animation, sounds, and all that right, this could definitely be a promising weapon mod. So this one's going to be pretty interesting. This is going to be the, I'm not going to pronounce it, it starts with a V. Basically, what this gun is the original Radium Rifle. The Radium Rifle is based off this weapon. So what Anastar did here is basically make it so the original variant of this weapon is going to now be available in Fallout 4. You could also get the Radium Rifle back through some weapon mods, and will pretty much just be restored to its original form. This new variant is basically going to have all the parts of the Radium Rifle removed, as well as some of the aspects of the model touched up because there would have been holes in it and stuff like that. It's going to fire 7.92 by 33mm round. This is going to be part of the larger Wars mod. That's a mod aiming to replace a lot of the lackluster ballistic weapons that we do have in vanilla Fallout 4. In this case, it is replacing it, but also leaving in the original weapon. I really like what they did here. This is similar to what did go on with the Hollow Rifle in China Lake, including the China Lake as the base version, but the Hollow Rifle as the one we did see in previous Fallouts. I just think it's a really cool concept for weapon mods to have the kind of normal ballistic weapon that you do see normally in real life, but also the Fallout iteration. So hey, if you're a mod author looking for inspiration, this could be something really cool to make. The Wattz is another great example, based off the original DKS. We don't currently have a mod that allows you to kind of convert between the two, although we do have the DKS, and of course now we will have two Wattz rifles. So then we do have the Accelerator. Basically, this is going to be a new plasma weapon. As you can see, it's going to be taking full advantage of Fallout 4's weapon customization system. You have the pistol, shotgun, sniper, and even a launcher variant. That's the same weapon mod. It looks pretty freaking cool. Again, we don't know too many details about this other than it's going to be a very highly customizable plasma base weapon, very similar to how the laser rifle does work. There's a lot of customization you could take with that. And honestly, I really like this. I feel like up until right now, literally this video and the release of the Wattz, there hasn't been a ton of laser weapon mods. There's tons of modern firearms and things like that, but things that are distinctively Fallout, plasma, gamma, and energy weapons have really been lackluster. It's kind of ironic that I'm saying that because this video contains a bunch of things that might change that trend. But yeah, this one's looking really promising. This mod author did say it's going to be coming out later this week, so look forward to that also. Then we do have the 12.7mm SMG, a really iconic weapon that did appear in one of the previous Fallout games. This is currently a work in progress by Synthropo, the mod author that did make the Flamer pistol as well as the kind of grenade launcher from Fallout Tactics. This 12.7mm pistol looks really good. It's kind of weird because of how big of an aspect 12.7mm weapons were in the older Fallouts. Like you had 10mm, 9mm, and 12.7mm was right up with there with the other two. Yet in Fallout 4, it's totally absent. There's not any guns or even that ammo type in the game by default. Even as far as weapon mods go, I think there's only like one or two weapons that actually add it back in. But as I did say, the model and textures on this one look really promising. It actually seems much higher detailed than some of the other mods by the same mod author, so I'm quite excited to see how this is implemented. And even further, vanilla Fallout 4 is really lacking in the SMG department. We have what, like a fully automatic 10mm pistol, but outside of that, there's no real true to life SMGs in the game. The actual submachine gun, I don't know, it's a Tommy gun, it doesn't really count. So hopefully this could be a good option, obviously bring back that nostalgia effect as well as looking pretty great. So last but not least, we have something really special. This is going to be the BreakActionLaser. So it looks very similar to your standard laser pistol, obviously, except this one is break action, meaning that's going to split in the middle for you to load your ammo, very similar to a revolver. This looks really cool. Again, it has a lot of similarities between the default laser, and honestly, if this is just a break action default laser, I think it would be pretty cool. Hopefully there's a little bit more customization here, but even still, it's looking like a really promising and just uniquely concepted weapon. It's such a simple change, but if done right, this could definitely be as popular, I think, as the Wattz or some of the other laser weapons I have shown you. As I did mention earlier, we're really lacking as far as cool and unique laser weapons in Fallout 4, but this definitely could be one to kind of mix things up and break it up. I didn't mention, but it's by Nero, who has made some really unique weapon mods in the past, and of course, this is the mod author behind all the different cross mods. If you guys remember back to his Plasrail that is fairly old at this point, that's one of the probably most unique plasma weapons we have right now. It's pretty much unlike any other weapon mod available for Fallout 4 and continues to be one of the top options available even despite how old it is. But that's pretty much it. That's going to wrap it up for this video. Let me know in the comments down below. I showed you a lot of stuff. What is your favorite? Personally, I really like this break action laser. I think it's looking really promising. I just like this unique concept. It's taking something that we're very familiar with, the laser pistol, but modifying it in a pretty distinctive and significant way. As always, again, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you guys all next time. Later.